Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swamini Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Vakhyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarvyasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karana. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge by which we can directly perceive ourself. Pratyaksha Bhagamam Dharmyam. Now we are successfully studying in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 8 slokas and we are understanding very clearly about Krishna's opulence. That how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So for us to realize, to understand this Bhagavad Gita, which is the most confidential knowledge, that's what we studied in the 9th chapter also. It is titled as the most confidential knowledge. And Krishna is explaining this knowledge to us because we are not envious of Krishna. Pravakshyami anasuyame. That's what he told Arjuna. So that means to us also it is the same thing. So we are not envious of Krishna. So that's why he is explaining this knowledge. Pravakshyami anasuyame. Krishna is explaining both jnanam and vijnanam sakitam. So both theoretical and practical knowledge. Yajnatma mokshashe asubha. So when we understand this Bhagavad Gita knowledge fully, we are freed from all miseries of material existence. Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Jnaya, everything. Arjuna asked what they are, and Krishna explained in detail, and we have understood also everything very clearly. Mahabhutani ahankara buddhi avyaktam evacha indriyani dasayekam cha panchaichendriya gocharaga. Ichadvesaga. Then Krishna said that this, first of all, these things, then the Panchaichendriya Gochara. Ichadvesaga Samatatusti. Then Krishna said there also Sangataka Chetanadriti Etat Chetram Iti Proktam. So Krishna says that everything else also, like first about this Mahabhutani, Ahankara, Buddhi, Avyaktam, Evacha. So Mahabhutani, so these are the 5 great elements, Mahabhutani. Then Ahankara, the false ego, the Ahankara. Mahabhutani, Ahankara, Buddhi, intelligence, Avyaktam, the unmanifested. So Avyaktam means unmanifested. So that is the 3 modes of material nature. So then there is, Krishna says that Mahabhutani, Ahankara, Buddhi, Avyaktam, Evacha, Indriyani, Dasayekam cha. So Indriyani, Dasayekam. So the 10 senses. So Dasayekam means 10 plus 1. Dasa Ekam, 10 plus 1, 11. So 11 senses, Indriyani Dasayekam cha Panchaichendriya Gochara. So then 5 sense objects. So that's what Indriya Gochara. So the Indriyas, the senses are going after them. So that's what Indriya Gochara. means Panchechendriya. So 5 sense objects. So Ichadvesaka Sukam Dukkam Sangataka Chetanadritiki Etat Chetram Iti Proktam. So that's what Krishna says, that all these things are all Kshetram. Everything is the body. So our body is made up of all these things. Our life in this world, everything revolves around the sense objects. The senses are going after the sense objects. The mind is thinking about the sense objects. So at that time, we don't have intelligence. When we have ahankara, we will lose intelligence. So when there is no intelligence, then the mind and senses are not in our control. Because in order to control our mind and senses, we need to get ourselves connected with Krishna. That means we should have intelligence. So that's why Krishna said that Indriyani parani avur indriyebhyaga param manasastu para buddhi yo buddhi paratastu saha. So the senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is above the senses. Intelligence is above the mind. And then Krishna says that the soul is above the intelligence. So that way we are understanding from Bhagavad Gita very clearly about all this knowledge about our body, senses, mind, intelligence, and how one is superior than the other, and how to control the mind, how to control the senses, how to gain intelligence. Everything we are understanding very clearly from Bhagavad Gita. There is no question, no doubt. So we need to simply keep following this Bhagavad Gita in our life every day. So this is Kshetra, and Kshetrajna is the soul. There is the knower of the Kshetra. Prakriti we understand very clearly. Purusha we understand. And we understand the Parapurusha. That is Purushottama, Krishna. We understand everything. Purushaga Prakriti Stogi Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan. That is the reality. That is the knowledge. We are understanding. This Purusha, the living entity, the soul, is there in this Prakriti. Prakriti Stogi. So Purushaga Prakriti Stogi and Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan. So it's enjoying under the spell of the modes of material nature. Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan. So Gunan, the modes of nature which are born from Prakriti. That's what Prakriti Jan. So Bhumte. So Bhumte means it's enjoying. So Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan. So that's what Krishna is saying. Purushaga Prakriti Stogi Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan. We need to free ourselves from these 3 modes of material nature. Otherwise, we will be focusing on these material sense objects and try to enjoy the material sense objects under the control of these 3 modes of nature. So that's what is happening. So when we Uttramantam Sitam Vapi Gunjanam Va Kunanvita. That's it. Uttramantam, when we give up a body, Sitam Vapi, when we are living inside a body. So Uttramantam Sitam Vapi Gunjanam Va Gunanvitam. So when we are enjoying under the control of the 3 modes of material nature. That's what is Purushaga Prakriti Stohi Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan. So this is the reason. So we are trying to enjoy the material sense objects. So that means we are under the control of the 3 modes of material nature. If we are not controlled by the modes of nature, then we are not going after the sense objects. So that means the opposite only is true. Actually, if we are going out, if our mind is thinking about the sense objects, then we are controlled by the 3 modes of nature. So then we are forced to go after the material sense objects. So Karanam Gunasangosya Sabdasad Yoni Janmasu. Because of our association with the 3 modes of nature, we are repeatedly taking birth and experiencing good and bad things in this material world. That's why Karanam Gunasangosya Sabdasad Yoni Janmasu. So if you are not associating with the 3 modes of material nature, so that means if you are freed from the 3 modes of material nature, so then we are not going to take birth in this material world. We will be freed completely. That's what the entire Bhagavad Gita is talking about. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is teaching us very clearly about how to free ourselves from the 3 modes of material nature. What we need to do that. So, how we can free ourselves from the 3 modes of material nature? We understood very clearly. We understood. Just in only one sloka, only Krishna is telling us very, very clearly. We understood in the 14th chapter, there is the three modes of material nature. So there, towards the end, Krishna is teaching us very clearly that Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So only when we are able to render devotional service unto Krishna without any deviation, then we are freed from the three modes of material nature. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityetan. So that's what Bhakti Yogena Sevate. When we render devotional service unto Krishna, Bhakti Yogena Sevate, Sagunan Samathi Taitan. We are freed from the three modes of material nature. So that's what we are supposed to do. We have to just render devotional service unto Krishna. All the time we have to dedicate ourselves. We need to surrender unto Krishna. So then we are freed from the three modes of material nature. That is the only way. So it's easy way. Only way, but easy way. Because when we love Krishna, we are going to render devotional service unto Him. When we understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we are going to render devotional service unto Him. Yomam evam asammudo jnanati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. So, anyone who understands without any confusion that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is the knower of everything, and He engages in devotional service unto me in all respects. Sarvabhavena bharata. So that's what is needed. We need to understand. We need to have the knowledge. We need to get the knowledge. Understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then we are going to render devotional service unto Krishna. So then we are going to be freed from the three modes of material nature. That's it. It's very easy. Only thing we need to know. We need to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any confusion. Then it's going to be very, very easy for us to surrender devotional service to Krishna. That's what we are doing every day when we study Bhagavad Gita. We are understanding about Krishna. We are knowing about Krishna. We are knowing very well that Krishna is the Supreme Person. So we have to fully dedicate our life unto Krishna. We need to do everything for Krishna because Krishna is everything. Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna is the Supreme Person. So that knowledge, not everyone will have it. Only 1 in 1,000 can understand about Krishna. So when Krishna says very clearly that Manushyanam Sagasresu Kaschit Yatati Siddhaye Yatadama Visiddhanam Kaschin Mameti Tattvataga. So only hardly 1 in 1,000 will endeavor for perfection. Of them, hardly one will know me, everything about me in truth. So that way, to know about Krishna is not that easy. It's very, very rare. It's easy, but it's very rare. The reason it is, even though it's easy, it's very rare because people are after material sense objects. That is the problem. Because we are attracted to the non-permanent things in this material world. That is the problem. We are not understanding that everything in this material world is changing. So we are simply attracted to the non-permanent things. So that's the reason we are struggling and suffering in this material world. So we should be attracted only towards Krishna. Only. So we should have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, all the time engage ourselves in Krishna's service, and we should get attracted only to Krishna, not to any of these material things in this world. No one in this material world is great at all. Everyone is, whatever they have, whatever greatness they have, it's all coming from Krishna. No one is going to be famous or beautiful or powerful all the time. Everybody will lose their strength, name and fame and everything, beauty, everything will be gone. It's a matter of time. That's what we need to understand. We should not give importance to the non-permanent things in this material world. Unfortunately, that is the case. That's very unfortunate. That's how in the past, many lived like that and no one achieved anything. Everyone died. We are also going to die. And afterwards, anybody who is taking birth also, they are also going to do the same thing. That's what we need to understand. So we need to become ourselves special with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We need to act in such a way that we can get liberation from this material world. So that is the way we need to act. We need to know that art of performing our duties. Yoga karmasu kausam. Buddhi to jahati ube sukrita duskrite. Tasmad yogaya yujjasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. That's it. Yogaya yujjasva yoga. So we need to perform just for the sake of doing it, for yoga. Yogaya yujjasva yoga. So we need to perform karmasu. All our activities we should do only by knowing this kaushalam. The art of performing our duty is simply doing everything only for Krishna, not getting attached to the results. That's what buddhi yukta. Buddhi yukta means acting with intelligence. So buddhi yukta means palam tyaktva. That is giving up the attachment to the results. That's what is called buddhi yukta. So if we do that in this life itself, we will get freed from both good and bad results. Ube, sukrite, duskrite. That's what jahatiga. Jahatiga means in this life itself. Ube means both. Sukrita, duskrite. Both good and bad results. No results are going to bind us. That's what we need to understand. So in this life itself, it is very much possible. So if we do like that, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, in this life itself, when we are freed from all kinds of our reactions to our actions, so then we will be able to, by Krishna's causeless mercy, in this life itself, we will be able to conquer the rebirth in this material world. That's what is very important. So then there is yesam samye sitam manah. So we have to simply control our mind with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we control our mind, when we focus our mind on Krishna, then ihaivataihi jitaga sargam esam samye stita manah nirdosham ki samam brahma tasmat brahmani te stitaka. So in this life itself, ihaivataihi jitaga sargam. So in this life itself, we will be able to conquer rebirth. We will not take another birth in this material world. That is very much possible. So this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is going to do all such magic in our life. It is. So that's why we are gaining this knowledge. So we need to stick to Bhagavad Gita, depend on Krishna, and Krishna's causeless mercy, we are going to be freed from all material bondage. There is no doubt about it. So Krishna is going to help us. Krishna is going to relieve us from the material bondage. We should not be attached to anything in this material world. Nothing is going to help us. No one is going to help us. Everyone is helpless. That's what we need to understand. When everyone is helpless, how can anyone can help us? It's very important. Everyone is helpless. Then how anyone can help us? When everyone is helpless, how anyone can help us? So that's what we need to understand. So except Krishna. Krishna only can help us. Krishna's devotees, of course, Krishna will empower them to help us. So that's what we need to understand. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is helping us. He is serving us. He is giving us this knowledge. Krishna is making us to understand and realize that this material world is temporary. This material world is miserable. We need to now act. We need to make use of this life only for Krishna. So that's what is very important. We cannot waste a single moment. We know that we are not free even for a single moment. Everyone is forced to act helplessly by the three modes of material nature. Nahi kashyati janamapi, kshanamapi, jatu tishtati akarmati. So that means we cannot waste even a single moment. We have to, even though we are forced to act, we need to convert everything as spiritual. So spiritual acts, even though we are forced to act, but all such acts should become spiritual. We need to spiritualize them. That is in our hands. So we can simply surrender the results unto Krishna. Even though we are forced to act, we are not forced to accept the results. That's what we need to understand. Everyone is forced to act because we are attached to the results. We are attached. So that's why we are forced to act. But when we are not forced to accept the results, so we need to think that we are doing it for Krishna. We are not doing it for anyone else. So we need to offer all the results unto Krishna. So then we will no longer be forced to act. So that means we are freed from the bondage, karma bandha, janma bandha, everything happens. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 8 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And what we have understood in the sloka number 7 in the 10th chapter, Krishna is teaching us very clearly. Yetam vibhudim yogam cha mamayo veti tatvataka savikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshayaga. Yetam vibhudim cha vibhutim yogam cha. So all this opulence and yogam, everything, you understand that it is only coming from me. Mamayo veti tattvataga. You understand the truth. So avikalpena. So one who without any division, without any deviation, sa avikalpena yogena ujjate. So one who is engaged in this yoga without any division, without any deviation. So natra samsega. So that means anyone who knows this, anyone who understands that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything comes from me. Anyone understands my opulence, so then they will engage in this yoga. There is no doubt about it. Natra samsaya. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this, there is no doubt. That's what Krishna is doing. So then in the next sloka, that is the sloka number 8. Krishna is saying that, teaching us that Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvitha. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. I am the source of everything. Mattaga sarvam pravartate, everything emanates from me. Anyone who understands iti matva bhajante mam, he renders devotional service unto me. That's what. It's very important. If we understand that Krishna is the source of everything, everything emanates from Krishna, then we are going to render devotional service unto Krishna. That's why aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaga. So a person who knows this, so we will be engaged in my devotional service with great attention. So that's what. So bhava samanvitaga, with great attention, he will be engaged in my devotional service. I am the source of all spiritual and material wealth. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Then in the next sloka, what Krishna is teaching, in the sloka number 9. Macchitta madgata prana bodayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Macchitta madgata prana. So always thinking about me, by dedicating their life unto me. That's what Machitta Madgata Prana Bodayantaga Parasparam. They enlighten one another. They Bodayantaga. So they converse about me among themselves. Parasparam, among themselves. They preach themselves. Kadayantascha mam nityam, about me, always talking about me. Kadayantascha. So they enlighten, they talk. They talk about me all the time among themselves, and by that way they will derive great satisfaction and bliss. Tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. So that's what, they will be very pleased, very satisfied, and they will be experiencing transcendental bliss. So that's what ramanti cha. The thoughts of my devotees, my pure devotees, dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So if we just render devotional service unto Krishna, we surrender ourselves unto Krishna, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, so we are going to enjoy, there is no doubt about it. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 9th sloka and the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So we'll chant 2 rounds, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gauravakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasani Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Akshay Prabhu.
Hello, can you hear me, Guruji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So it was really nice about today's class, and thank you so much for your class, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Subhalakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. I come in late joining. Sorry. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Sheila Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram.
Thank you once again for this wonderful class. Today you told us all about the materialist, how to avoid. Krishna tells us to avoid all the three modes of materialistic world. Thank you Guruji for everything. Once again, Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama. Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you Guruji for wonderful class. If we should not deviate in this path, only when we serve Krishna, then we will be free from three modes of nature. We need to liberation of this material world and know the art of attachment with Krishna. All the reactions are actions for Krishna only. Then we will be conquered in this life and free from material bondage.
Everything is Krishna's.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare
We
Krishna.
need your blessings.
Hare Krishna.
You are motivating us.
Krishna's mercy is there, Mataji. Definitely.
We are very grateful to you, Guruji, that you are keeping us in Krishna consciousness.
नाम पता लिखा दो बस.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Mahendra
नाम
Singh
लिखा.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद प्रणाम. हरे
Hare
कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. विमोनंदी सर जी. हरे कृष्ण.
Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
इनसे बात हो गई, हम फ्री हुए.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. गुरुजी, थैंक यू गुरुजी. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. नमस्ते.
Sunil Srivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Mohan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for another wonderful class, Guruji. Again, an important sloga. Very nice to hear all these things, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna. Nisa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji, today also was a very interesting shloka. Shloka 9. We learned that as pure devotees, how we should always be thinking about Krishna, how our lives should be dedicated in devotional service of Krishna, and how we should always talk about Krishna even among ourselves. So this way, we shall get great satisfaction and bliss. So Guruji, this is how it should be for all of us. Thank you so much for your efforts, Guruji. Your daily efforts mean a lot to us. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Today you said that if you are attached to the material objects, then we are not freed from Maya. That is the sign. But if we attach ourselves to the results, then we are not freed. But if we are attached to Krishna and not with the results, then we are automatically, we will be freed from Maya.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. So ultimately, our efforts should always be not towards sense gratification and material objects.
Yes,
Keep away from that.
yes.
Yes, Guruji. So that was a nice signal which we become aware of, that the more we are in the material world, we know that Maya is having its influence on us.
Yes, Mataji. That is
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Hare Krishna. I don't have any questions.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
for the class, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class. And the only wish that we ask Krishna is to think about him all the time. Thank you very much, Guruji. I hope Krishna grants us that wish that we should always be together, talk only about him, think only about him,
Yes,
and not get attracted to material.
Yes.
So that desire we can have, Guruji. Is that okay to have that desire?
Yeah, we should have that desire very much.
That desire only, right?
That is the only desire we should have.
Yes, yeah.
We shouldn't have anything else other than remembering Krishna, thinking about serving Krishna. That is the only desire we should have.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Ram Ram.
तो अगर कुछ ऐसा होता है बोलना कि आना तो चाहते, अगर वो ये बात उठी तो हम बोल देंगे कि आना तो चाहते हैं, बोलिए तो अभी
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Really interesting session today also. We are enjoying the Gita class. Really wonderful session. Daily learning for Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Guruji, for your efforts. And thanks to all devotees for having the wonderful interaction with you. New things are coming out. Really wonderful. I'm really enjoying. Thank you, Guruji. Very wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
By the costless mercy of Krishna, I could attend today's Bhagavad Gita class. Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge by which we directly pursue ourselves. Krishna teaches us everything, Jnanam and Vijnanam. Krishna explains Mahabhutani, Ahankara, Buddhi, Avyaktam, Indriyani, 11 senses, 5 senses of Gochara, all these constitute Kshetram, that is the body. mind goes after sense organs. To control mind and senses, we should have intelligence. Soul is the Kshetrajna. Soul is above intelligence. From Bhagavad Gita, we understand how to control mind and senses. And when we have to win over the three modes of nature, when we are enjoying under the control of three modes of nature, then we go after material objects. If we are free from three modes of nature, we will not have rebirth also. Krishna says, only by rendering devotional service unto Krishna without any deviation, we can win over the three modes of nature. That is the only way and easy way also. Render devotional service to Krishna in all respects, Sarva Bhava. We need to understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna is the source of everything. To know about Krishna is very rare and very easy also. We should be attracted only to Krishna, not to material things in this world. We should not give importance to non-permanent things in this world. By Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we need to act to free from this material world. All our activities doing only for Krishna, not attached to results. In this life itself, we can do that. Control our mind with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Focus our mind towards Krishna. In this life itself, we can get liberation. We need to stick to Bhagavad Gita, depend on Krishna. Krishna will relieve us from this material world. We need to have spiritualized all our acts, unattached results, free from karma bandhana. And the sloka, 10th chapter, 8th sloka, Krishna is telling, I am of the source of generation, and all things emanate from me. Anyone who understands this will worship me, render devotional service unto me with great attention, with all their hearts. And today's sloka, 9th sloka, Krishna is telling, the thoughts of my pure devotees, their minds fully engaged in me, their lives devoted to me. They preach among themselves, talking about me, enlighten among themselves all the time, thinking about me. They will derive transcendental bliss. Very nicely understood. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Today I understand, Prabhuji, Krishna is explaining about Jnana and Ajnana, Mahabhutas, Ahankara, five senses, Indriyas, and our body. In Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding five senses and Indriyas and all about of our body. We are under the control of the three modes of material senses and taking birth after birth. We need to free from material senses. Only if we are render in devotional service to Krishna, we can free from three modes of material senses. We are knowing Krishna is supreme and everything with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So we should have Bhagavad Gita knowledge always. We should not give importance to material things. We need to have liberation from material ways. We should do everything to Krishna and we should not attach to the result. Then we are all able to be happy. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we control our mind and focus on Krishna only. Everyone is helpless. Krishna only helps us. We need all to offer all to Krishna and do devotional service to Krishna. Krishna is source of everything. So we render service to Krishna with great attention. If one always thinking of Krishna, will be very satisfied and very peace. So we should surrender to Krishna, focus our mind on Krishna, service for Krishna, and chant always Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and remember Krishna only with you. Prabhuji, with your teachings on Bhagavad Gita, we are having the wonderful knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Krishna Bhakti. Prabhuji, Krishna give the wonderful opportunity to me, Prabhuji. I am trying to apply this knowledge to in my life, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I am trying only, Prabhuji.
Krishna will give us all the needed strength.
But how much I am doing, I don't know, but I am trying.
It comes from Krishna.
I am remembering Krishna always, Prabhuji. The only that is I am doing. But
that's the only thing we need to do.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Nice class. So this is an enlightening class, really. So the mind's fixed in me, and also the lights also surrounded devoted. So they enlighten themselves, conversing the glories of Lord Krishna, the greatness of by which they gain Christian, they remain content, and Ramanti, they take delight. So that is a kind of thing, and when discuss about Krishna's greatness, the glories, the transcendental knowledge. So really, it's a nice sloka, and we have enlightened us daily and transforming us into right way, more and more constantly fixing in our mind about Lord Krishna and nothing else. Really, I am very grateful, indebted to you, Guruji, because of your sincere efforts to transform all the devotees, the Lord Krishna Bhakti, the Ananya Bhakti, and also the Bhava Samanvita devoted. This is the previous sloka, and very nice, as much we try to devote ourselves. This is the ultimate knowledge, the final knowledge, always giving us. So everything emanates, springs from only the God's creation, the material objects, spiritual objects, everything. And we are nothing. We just praise the glory of the Lord Krishna. This is our devotees, and spread the message of Gita and ISKCON members also, sincerely trying their level best by the teachings and the Prabhupada, and a great job, render a great service. The whole society, the whole mankind, the Krishna Bhakti, so by which they can become themselves the real human being, the right human being, divine, Divya Manisha, Divya Manava. This is the purpose of even the Prabhupada, and taking all us and Guruji, because of you here in this class, and transferring me to right way. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Namam Namam.
Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.